In today's video, I'm talking about your worth and how we create patterns, attract in people into our life based on our beliefs and our worthiness. And today I'm talking about specifically relationships and in my case, attracting in men into my life and this pattern and cycle that I've had and not having belief in my own worthiness. So I'm going to talk about how to start to shift and become aware of your own worthiness and what you're attracting into your life. So stay tuned. So I want to talk a little bit about your worth, and what does it mean? What does it mean, your worth? And recently, I was getting to know a guy, and in that connection, I could really see that there was interest, but he didn't do anything more than just be friends. And even in the messaging and everything that he sent to me, I could tell it was just keeping us at a level of friends. Yet all these signs, all these signals was that he was just as interested in me as I was in him. And after a bit of time, I was like, well, this is the pattern that I bring into my life, that I bring these guys that show all these signs of interest and then keep it as friends. And I started to wonder in myself then of like, oh, this is a pattern I'm bringing into my life. We create our realities. So whatever is going on in our thoughts and our patterns, we then have that happen around us because that's what we're thinking, that's what we're believing, that's what then comes back into our reality is exactly our thoughts and how we believe and perceive things. So here I was bringing in this pattern of guys that show interest, and I can pick up on things, and I'm subtly going, oh, this guy likes me. I can see it in this very subtle sign and I'm reading into it that. And then I get ghosted, or then I get friend zoned, or then, it's like, oh, I'm creating this pattern in myself. And I bring up that story and connecting it with me bringing that pattern into my life because it does come back to dealing with my worth and my belief in my worth. So I did not believe that I was worthy of actually having a partner or having a guy in my life as a relationship. I also didn't believe that guys would want me, would want me at that as a partner, as, romantically. I believed I was only good enough for friends with guys. So I bring in these guys as well that it's like, when I say bring in, it's the ones I was most attracted to. The ones I was most attracted to were guys that wouldn't actually go forward with things. So I tended to like those kind of guys and attract those kind of guys because in my own beliefs, I wasn't worthy of having more. I wasn't worthy of having better. And so I attracted that, and as well, that's what I was attracted to. So in the latest connection, I did start to see these patterns, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. I feel this deep connection with this guy, and I think things can go forward. But every message, everything stayed friends. And it's like, oh, I could continue like this for how long? How long do I want to just be friends, But then I started to realize in myself that I was like, I want more. I want more than just friends. So it's working on myself to process, to work through what was it that was stopping me really from having guys come into my life that wanted me more than just friends, that wanted me as a connection, as a relationship. And it really was knowing that I'm good enough to have that. Knowing that I am lovely, I have a beautiful presence. You know, it's like stepping into knowing who you are, knowing who I am. And so I encourage you as well, if you're wondering about worth, this this video today is talking about worth with a relationship, or worth in yourself, connecting with the relationship. But you can also have this worth in other areas of your life, like around work, around money. And I'll do some videos talking about that as well. But this video, it was recently that I'm starting to see in myself that I am worthy of having more. I'm worthy of having this in my life. So maybe a few things to explore in yourself is, first, like if this is relating to a partnership or a relationship where you're not being met equally, where you're not getting these things, it's like looking inside, looking deeper, and just asking, you know, what is it that you're attracting in? What is it that you believe you're worthy of? You know, the current level that you're at right now, what are you believing in yourself that you're worthy of having in your life, like worthy of these kind of relationships? And it might not become apparent until, like in my case, I was getting to know this guy and I saw this pattern that I've had repeat over and over, and I was like, that is exactly the pattern and what I'm attracting in, and the reason I'm attracting it in. And I could see the pattern in my past of why I was attracting it in. And it really was around me not believing that I was worthy of having this, that I was good enough for it. And so, again, I reiterate that it's like looking at yourself, taking a moment, seeing this pattern that is going on in your life, and is it really the guys that are hurting you, that are causing these problems? Yes, they are that. You deserve way better than that, you know, if they are doing these things. But realizing that it is also your pattern that is attracting those types of guys, that there are better, that there are other, you know, other people in the world that will treat you what you are worth. But first you have to find that worth within yourself. So I encourage you to look inside, but also see if there's patterns that you keep creating in your life, and what are the beliefs in those patterns for you. You know, what are you worthy of, or currently not believing you're worthy of. So thank you for joining me, and I'll continue this week discussing and talking about worthiness, and in different aspects and different ways of approaching it, through journaling, through movement in the body, connecting with our worth in our body, because our body has a different way of speaking, and other things as well, with doing guided visualization and stepping into your worthiness. So thank you again. If you do enjoy the series and please hit that like, share, and subscribe button below. I'm AmyC with You Finding You.